Alright, welcome back to Gang Gang. In the last video, if you missed it, we dreamed up a Super Smash Bros. Style roster for the Avatar universe, but we only did it with Season 1 characters. We kind of followed the Super Smash Bros. Model of the original 12 characters. Now, in this video, we're moving on to Super Smash Bros. Melee, which has a lot more characters, but this is the original roster that we came up with. We had Aang, Katara, Sokka, Zuko, Iroh, Suki, Bumi, Admiral Zhao, Momo, the Cabbage Merchant, Roku, and Jet. So that was kind of our Season 1 roster, and now we are moving on to Season 2, which when we go from Smash 64 to Smash Melee, we obviously get way more characters. And that's what we've got here. We've got all of the original 12 characters returning, and then a slew of new characters that are being added this time around. So, without further ado, let's get into the roster. Now, I'm sure that this first character will surprise none of you. I've got Toph Beifong. And with that, our team avatar is actually complete. We've got Aang, Katara, Sokka, Suki, Toph, and Zuko. So we've got our full complete team avatar. After Toph, we are revealing Ozai's Angels. So Azula, Mei, Ty Lee, three, I believe, again, to be very obvious characters, all introduced in Season 2. Technically, Azula's in Season 1, but at the very end, and she doesn't even speak. But, yeah, so Azula, obviously, with her firebending techniques. Mei with her throwing knives, which would be a really unique kind of style and moveset. And then Ty Lee with her martial arts, chi blocking kind of moveset. I imagine her character could even, if you hit like a certain combo on a character that has bending, they might not be able to use certain bending abilities for a certain amount of time. So it could be a really cool and unique character. So then moving on from there, in the first video, I added Admiral Zhao as kind of the Season 1 villain representative, if you don't count Zuko and Iroh, which I didn't, but we've kind of got that representative with Azula. But another villain from Season 2 of Avatar the Last Airbender is actually Long Feng. So once they get to Ba Sing Se, Long Feng causes a whole lot of problems for the group. So I wanted to add him in here. And again, Season 2, you know, Book 2 Earth, we got a lot of earthbending representatives. And as far as like differentiation with movesets, you know, Bumi's the really big and powerful earthbending moves. Toph will have the more precise and quick earthbending techniques, also incorporating some metal bending because she invents that at the end of Season 2. And then Long Feng will just kind of be like a classic all-around earthbender. Moving on from there, we have a couple of characters from Season 1 of Avatar that I wanted to represent that didn't quite make the cut last time. Another member of the Order of the White Lotus, we're going to add in Master Paku. So much needed waterbending representation, since there are currently only 2 waterbenders on the roster, unless you count the avatars. Another Season 1 character that we are going to implement here, we've got Haru. So Haru, earthbender, pretty standard moveset as far as that'll go. I'd imagine just very simple, like rock walls, throwing rocks, just very rudimentary level earthbending. Another Season 1 character that was not included last time that we are going to include this time around is the Blue Spirit. I originally thought that the Blue Spirit could just be a costume for Zuko, but I think that they're different enough that I think they could be really cool characters in their own rights. So we got the Blue Spirit, who is obviously going to use swords and maybe some like bombs and some other like creative fighting styles. Moving on from there, I think kind of a fun character addition to go along with Toph, we have another member of Earth Rumble 6. We got the Boulder. I imagine the Boulder will fight with a very like boisterous and all about himself kind of style, similar to like Incineroar in Super Smash Brothers, but he's very gloating, very look at me do this. So I'd imagine his style would be very flashy and over the top. Then in the original game, we added Avatar Roku, kind of a previous Avatar mentor to Aang. So I wanted to continue that trend and add Kyoshi. So we've got 3 avatars now, Avatar Roku and Avatar Kyoshi. Roku focusing on firebending, but will bend all the elements. Kyoshi focusing on earthbending, but will bend all the elements. And then Aang, who, staying loyal to season 2 of the original show, will primarily use airbending, but will also have earth and water bending at this point in the series. No firebending yet, but in the next roster, the Brawl version of this game, Aang will in fact have firebending because it'll be season 3 Aang. We got 3 characters left. So next I'm going to reveal another Fire Lord. So Fire Lord Sozin, another firebending representative, a cool kind of partner rival character to Avatar Roku, and just a really cool character in the Avatar universe. So from there I started thinking about this roster as a whole, and I thought there was kind of a glaring omission in the roster in terms of representation. We've got 2 waterbenders outside of the avatars on the roster, and through season 2 of the show there's not really a lot of options, but this character is fun and kind of continuing the trend of the what the heck character. We had Momo and the Cabbage Merchant in the first iteration of this Avatar Smash Bros roster. So this time around, we're adding the Swamp Benders. So they will be more water benders on the roster. They could bend like plants and stuff around the stage and play pretty differently to Katara and Paku. But I wanted to get a little bit more water bending representation, so that's the route I went with. And then the last character, also kind of a what the heck character, I added Wan Shi Tong. So he would be able to obviously fly around. He'd be bigger than the rest of the characters. Just a pretty unique fighter on this roster. So there you have it. This is my season 2 of this Avatar the Last Airbender fighting game that we're kind of dreaming up together. I really like this roster, and please let me know if I had any glaring omissions or characters that you think should have made it but didn't, or maybe characters that did make it that you think, hey, they don't belong there. Tell me who you would have put instead. But for now, this is my roster for Avatar the Last Airbender's Super Smash Brothers style fighting game through season 2 of the TV show. We went with the same amount of characters as Super Smash Brothers Melee, and next episode we're doing season 3, and we're doing Brawl's roster. So stay tuned for that, and until next time, see you later, guys.